Hey guys, welcome to a new video. In today's video, we're going to be going over the craziest new feature that Leonardo.Ai has released. And I think I'm actually the first person to speak about this in the print-on-demand space because I haven't seen anybody else speak on it. But I'm going to go ahead and speak on it. It's a newest feature in Leonardo.Ai, and I actually took a screenshot of this because I was so excited I had to try it right away. But I'll go ahead and show you what it does, what it is, and then we're going to create different image variations with it and compare those image variations to, well, the variations that are produced. So if you're ready for the video, I want to go ahead and invite you so we can get started. All right. So here's the image. When you go ahead and turn it on, right? When you go ahead and turn it on, it looks something like this. And it says introducing Leonardo Alchemy. This is a beta feature preview. So this is currently in beta and it's access to paid users. And something that I will say, guys, for anybody who doesn't have access to Leonardo.Ai and you want to get access to images or whatever, all the images that we're going to be creating, we're all of them putting them in Fantasy Labs. So if you're a current member of Fantasy Labs, you're going to get access to those images and you can request any images you want. But anyways, let's go ahead and get into it. I'm going to go ahead and read this from the top. It says, introducing Leonardo Alchemy, our brand new bespoke 2D image pipeline, which brings incredibly high fidelity image generation and coherence to all existing platform models. This feature is currently in beta, and we are seeking user input during this period. Use at your own risk and unlock the secrets within. Keynote features on Alchemy. High resolution toggles between 1.5 times and 2 times resolution increase. Contrast boost improves contrast, reduce if the output is too dark. And of course, resonance adds more detail, but image can get very busy. And I've actually noticed that when I was creating some generations, guys. Alchemy is compatible with all platform modules. However, not all Alchemy features work with standard Diffusion 2.1 base models yet. So currently, it's working with all models in 1.5 and not all models in 2.1. Your input resolution is boosted by Alchemy. So when we say boosted, guys, what we're meaning is every single word used in the prompt has more emphasis towards it. And the render process is more complex, hence the higher token cost. So this will cost you more tokens, all right, guys? You can select a range of Alchemy-specific presets from the drop-down below. The prompt input box, it will be default to the general when you toggle Alchemy on. Alchemy support for image-to-image generation and Prompt Magic version 2 is coming. It's currently not here. And finally, enjoy yourself and get started. So I'm going to show you guys what I've been doing and the differences. And actually, we're going to create some crazy generations. So let's go ahead and get started. Here we can see different versions of photos. In fact, I want to share with you the very first version, which were these photos that I created here. Then I just simply toggled a setting. So I just made a small different setting change in the prompt, and then I made another prompt change here. Nothing crazy. And then what I did was I turned Alchemy on and I turned it to the lowest settings. And you could immediately notice a difference in the type of design or the colors. And when they say everything with Alchemy, the image can get kind of busy. I definitely see that. Definitely see that here. A lot of busy things going on. Then what I did was I added a keyword, right? Low poly. And I added it here. And you could see here, it definitely created something much more low poly in a way. This is what we can call, I mean, you can call it 2D and low poly, but it's not a true low poly. This is low poly in its true essence. Now, this is honestly what I'm not looking for. I'm looking for more of like a design that I could put on a poster or a t-shirt or something like this. So I had to, take out the word low poly. When I took it out, it became like this. So it does kind of have a low poly feel to it, at least in these images. And like I said, I'm going to be testing multiple different images here, and it's going to be actually really, really cool. And this is general. So this is a general submission here with Alchemy. And I also noticed that Alchemy has a tend to keep reverting to this kind of sizing, which is more landscape, which, it is what it is. I can use images like this as a poster. And then also here we have some more images, which is more closely to what I'm looking for. So I'm really happy to go ahead and test things. And we're going to start with a blank canvas here, guys. And we're going to test different things. I also love to upscale these designs so I can see how they look in their true essence. I think it's super impactful, super useful. And honestly, this is just going to create a better product at the end of the day for Fantasy Labs. All of our Fantasy Labs subscribers, you guys could go ahead and join and get access to thousands of images. So we're going to create them over time. But you can see here, we just upscaled, and this is a decent image for a poster. This will be for sure dropped in the drop on Fantasy Labs. But anyways, let's go ahead and get started. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go here and I'm going to go to some of my past image generations. So I'm going to go to AI image generation, or excuse me, my personal feed. That's where I want to go. And I want to show you guys how this is going to look. And I'm going to go over here to my upscaled images, okay? These are my personal generations. Let's go ahead and wait for them to load. And then I'm going to go and pick one of them. So I'm going to pick something that's relatively basic. Let's go ahead and see here what we got. Let's use this one, all right? It's a cool design. It's very clear, and we can all see it pretty clearly. So I'm going to go over here, add the negative prompt, all right? This is the prompt. Let's go ahead and generate one without the alchemy on. So it's just regular so we can all see the details of the image as an original generation. Then what we're going to do is we're going to turn prompt magic on because we want to compare our prompt magic designs to our alchemy, designs, all right? So here we have the designs created. And by the way, what scheduler are we using? Let's go ahead and take a look at the scheduler. Let's see here. We have image to image. We have prompt magic. Is the scheduler selected? Let's go ahead and see here what the details of scheduler. It is very important, guys. So just bear with me here for a second. Personal feed. Let me check out my new images on my personal feed. Let's click on these. And we are using the Allure Discrete scheduler, okay? Not the images that honestly I think look good. I'll just be 100% honest. But, it is what it is. We're going to use this as an experiment for this video. Now let's go ahead and turn prompt magic on at the 0.4, which is right at the halfway point, okay? So we're going to hit prompt magic on. Now, prompt magic, if you don't remember from my last Leonardo video, prompt magic gives more life to the photo, makes it seem more realistic. If I was to turn prompt magic all the way up, it would seem extra realistic. If I turn it all the way down, it would be as if prompt magic wasn't even on to begin with, okay? So that's prompt magic. Now what we're going to do is after these results come, we're going to turn prompt magic off. And if you notice right away with prompt magic, when we have here a Starry Night shirt design, that is inside the prompt of the photo. And of course, we have silhouettes of kind of like a shirt outlined in the background. Interesting. Let's go ahead and turn prompt magic off now. And now let's go ahead and turn alchemy beta on. Now, before we utilize it, notice right away the settings for the width and the height. This is not what I'm looking for. A width of 768 and a height of 512, not what I'm looking for, and it's not what what I want. So I'm actually going to go for 768 as the height, and I'm going to go for a lower width, okay? So 576 as the width. And I'm going to go ahead and generate with alchemy on. And this is with all the basic settings within alchemy. So we have a contrast boost of 0.5. We have a resonance of 0.5, which is just in the middle. And of course, we have the step count at 30, the guidance scale at 7. These are the default settings, so nothing crazy here, okay? Now, just a little FYI, guys. As this loads, I don't know what's going to happen here, right? I have no idea what's going to come out. This is a new feature. We have alchemy. Boom. We got some cool photos. I'm not going to lie. I actually like this one the most, probably out of all the different ones made so far. And I think for a t-shirt design, this works the best. This is just weird to me. I mean, it's kind of crazy. Definitely adds a nice spice to it. This is pretty cool, but once again, not exactly what I'm looking for. But it's pretty cool. Just because it's not my style doesn't mean, I'm into that. But anyways, just so we can get more details, I'm going to hit generate again. And by the way, what this does is, let's actually see the comparison in token cost. Because each generation like this costs 14 tokens. not bad, right? If I turned it off, it would cost, let's see, 5 tokens. So more than almost triple the token cost, because of how I want it to be. There you go. And those are the solutions again. So it is sort of lifelike. I mean, I really, at least for these, in fact, these generations look as if they were different. They look more similar to this image, which is kind of weird to me, but hey, pretty interesting. And it's actually quite mind-boggling. Let's go ahead now and bring it back to the size that we wanted. So 768, and here we have 576. And then what we're going to do is we're going to turn the resonance, which resonance scale dictates how much detail is in the image. We're going to turn the resonance down. I'm thinking maybe the reason this thing looks so lifelike is because the resonance is a little bit higher. It's halfway through. So I'm going to bring it down to half of what it currently is, which it used to be at a 17, I believe, or let me see, it was at a 15, excuse me. And now we're going to crank that thing down to a 7, okay? And we're going to hit generate, and let's going to see what the resonance is going to produce. And by the way, when I cranked down the resonance, it still did not decrease the token cost. I feel like it's important to even mention token cost because some people do care about the amount of tokens that they have. So I figured I'd mention that. But let's see here. After cranking down the resonance, I don't even see the difference in detail that much. I mean, this looks very detailed to me. For the fun of it, let's just go ahead and upscale this, and let's see what it will produce. These are some weird images. It kind of give me the heebie-jeebies, honestly. But that is amazing. The way that eye is produced, I've never seen anything like it. I'll just go ahead and be honest and say that. This is the upscaled. I really hope you guys are seeing this in the quality that it is. I'm witnessing in this first person. This is unlike anything I've seen before, honestly. Wow, it's pretty amazing. I can only imagine what it will do when image to image comes out. Really, wow, I don't know what to say. Pretty cool. I'm going to go ahead and upscale this one as well, which is probably the most simple out of all of the generations that came during this batch. It's very interesting. And I'm pretty amazed that Leonardo is actually able to upscale these relatively quickly. And remember, guys, whenever we add this kind of art within Fantasy Labs, it's really cool to create your own compositions by mixing these elements together and really creating something super powerful. This is a cool element. I can tell you that I will use this in one of my designs. I don't know which design it's going to be, but it's cool. It looks good. Now, we cranked resonance down. Let's go ahead and crank resonance up now. But in this time, we're going to crank it all the way up. We're going to go for 30. And mind you, we never touched contrast boost yet. So we're not really sure of what that's capable of doing. All right. Now, just because we shifted the width and height, by the way, the final resolution is at 864 by 1152. Okay. So just because we toggled that, it does, kind of do that here. Wow. These are, I'm actually kind of speechless. I was in the middle of talking about something. When I saw this, I really don't know what to say. That's kind of crazy. With this image, this works. First of all, let me go ahead and upscale it. This image works. What I would do with this image is I would remove all this detail around the eye. That's what I would do. And the way I would do that is using Luminar Neo. And I made videos on that in the past. I just use their eraser function, and it won't erase like a typical Paint app or GIMP or something like that. It will erase with AI, so it will make it look all really clean when it's all done. And I would actually remove this and put this somehow in a piece of art. The reason why I'm upscaling this is because we have to see this in person. The detail on the eye, I want to see it. I'm actually kind of shocked. I was expecting something else, honestly. This almost looks like a dragon eye to me or something. I mean, especially if it had like a line down the middle, but this is interesting. I've never seen anything like this. Super insane. I do notice right now, though, guys, that the upscale is taking longer when the resonance is all the way up. I am noticing that. I don't know if you guys are noticing that as well, because it is taking a little bit longer. Let's go ahead and, for the quality of this video, let's go ahead and now play around with the contrast boost. So we're going to take resonance and we're going to drop it back in the middle of where it once was where it produced these results here. Okay, so these two set of results. Let's go ahead and leave it where it was. And now let's go ahead and work with the contrast boost. So contrast boost will adjust the dynamic range of your image. The default is 1, which the default is not 1, first of all. The default was set at a half. I think that was a glitch that they have. But you may find reducing it is helpful depending on the subject matter. Now, contrast boost is the contrast of the image. I think it would actually be pretty cool if we actually brought back the resonance all the way up for the sake of this video, and we don't see that much contrast here. So what if I crank the contrast boost all the way up as well? Let me go ahead and do that, actually. I know I said I was going to decrease the resonance. Let's go ahead and actually keep the resonance fully at the max level and the contrast at max level, and let's see what it can produce here. Because honestly, these are not really, there's not much contrast in an image like this. And this is, by the way, the upscaled version, guys. It's very interesting. I've never seen anything like this. I can't say that I've seen something like this before. You guys can leave the comments down below. I actually think that this was a phenomenal experience here using this specific prompt, because we can see the variation of the type of image. If it was just a general landscape type video, it really wouldn't highlight the differences here. Now, as you can see, the images are now created. Here we have all these images, which with the contrast boost all the way up and resonance is all the way up. And guys, I'll write them automatically. I think this one's my favorite. This one is insane. Imagine putting this on a t-shirt. I wouldn't even edit this. All I would do is make like the borders transparent, make sure it fits on a t-shirt, make sure it blends in well. But other than that, I really wouldn't change this. This will be on Fantasy Labs. What a tremendous image. And we went ahead and upscaled it. And what we did was we did a creative upscale. So it did shift the way that the image looked. If you see here, this is the original image, and this is the creative image. And I actually like the original better. I'm going to go ahead and upscale with an alternate upscale called the, oh, wait a minute. They shifted the upscales here. This is Alchemy Crisp upscale. And then here we have Alchemy Smooth upscale. Let's go ahead and just run all of them real quick, because this is such a good image. I'm going to upscale all of these images, or upscale this image in all different facets, because I do want to see the differences. Once again, this is the original image, and then this is the creative upscaled image. The creative upscaled image looks good, don't get me wrong, but it doesn't look like the original. There's something about the original that looks more mysterious. The Alchemy Crisp upscale, let's go ahead and take a look at that. The Alchemy Crisp upscale, from what I'm seeing, looks almost identical to the original image, but obviously in an upscaled format. More clear, more defined, and more attractive. And honestly, it's pretty insane. I really don't know where technology is going, guys. This is crazy. Alchemy Smooth upscaled makes the scene a little bit darker, definitely less defined, but still really cool. So let's go ahead and wait for that to do its thing. I don't know why it says working, but let's go ahead and work now with the contrast boost. So we took the contrast boost all the way down with the resonance all the way up. Let's go ahead and keep the resonance all the way up, but now let's take the contrast boost down a bit. Let's take it down a bit. Let's see what the deal is with that. And then after that, what I do is now I want to play with the resonance, decrease the resonance, but then boost the contrast. That would be pretty cool as well. We need to see that. And who knows what this kind of stuff will produce. I really don't know. Very, very interesting. Very interesting. Wow. So, guys, the results you're seeing right here on this screen is low contrast and high resonance. Interesting. This is probably the best one for like a t-shirt design. It's got some weird stuff going on for sure. It's got like a spiral effect, a line cut through the eyeball. This one looks super realistic, like hyper realistic. I'm talking like ultra realistic, but once again, you have the border here, which is weird to me. I wish I could figure out what's going in the mind of the AI when it's creating this. This has taken art to a whole new level, like a monstrously amazing level, and it's kind of freaking me out. I'm just going to keep it real. I've never seen this before in my life. Art like this on this level I mean, it's almost like the eye is lifelike. It's almost like I'm staring into an eyeball that somebody has shined a flashlight on that is brown and purple and just a little creepy, I'm not going to lie. Now, let's go ahead and try this. Let's decrease that resonance to 15, as we normally said, and let's crank up that boost. I'm curious as to see what will happen. Let's go ahead and see that. Once again, I'm very impressed with the results. I don't know what Leonardo did here to make this happen, but they are definitely, I feel like they're working on the dark side here with this AI stuff. This is insanely creepy. It's cool, but it's creepy for something to be this good. Like, it's insane. This is more than just like a photograph. This is, I'm speechless. I don't know what to say. Wow. Guys, look at this. This is where we're getting closer to what I was kind of expecting, which this is the contrast boost all the way up and the resonance halfway, which it looks a little bit more like a kind of like a pencil type drawing or a pen type drawing, but it also has real in it. So if you notice, the edges around look all somewhat like, regular. But then when you look at the eye on some of these, it does look realistic, which is a crazy mix. Let me go ahead and do the upscales here. And I'm going to do all 3 upscales for this photo. And we're going to do upscales for these photos as well. So let's go ahead and do 9 upscales right now as we speak. And let's see what it can do here. This photo is interesting, to say the least. If you guys want to see me do some kind of crazy posters with these, let me know. I'm totally down to do them. We've created some epic art before. I'm willing to do it again. Wow, that is amazing. Look at that. I wish you guys could really see. Let me go ahead and actually download this. Maybe I can, if I download this, maybe I could go ahead and enlarge it for you. Are you guys seeing what I'm seeing here? I have no idea if you guys are seeing this. Look at the eyeball on this. I hope OBS is able to record this at the level of what I'm talking about. This is mind-blowing. I'm speechless. Look at this. Look at this, guys. Look at this eyeball right here. This looks real. I feel like I'm looking in a real-life human eyeball. I think out of all of these, this is the creative upscaled image is the best one for this specific image. That kind of upscale is the best one. Let's go ahead and take a look at some of these others. This one didn't upscale yet. Let's go ahead and take a look at this one. We have a couple upscales completed. We have this upscale, very cool for a t-shirt. Would definitely work for a poster. Very cool as well. Let's go ahead and continue here. We have contrast boost all the way up, resonance at the middle. What if now we decrease the resonance all the way down? What if we did that? Where the contrast boost is all the way up and the resonance, is all the way down. I'm not sure if we did that yet, but let's go ahead and test it. And once again, it's actually important for you to test it this way with one design. And I feel like I'm doing this so you guys don't have to, because you can go out there, now that you kind of know what kind of look you want to do, you can go out there and create it. If you guys want to see a course on Leonardo.Ai and how to master it, I'm very willing to put that together. In fact, I've already been putting it together, but because these new features came out, it's going to be that much more valuable. Look at these designs, guys. This is with contrast boost all the way up and resonance all the way down. We are looking at some crazy stuff. It's honestly hard to pinpoint what it's really doing, because no matter what change we do, you have a mix of what looks somewhat drawn and what looks very realistic. This is very impressive. I don't know what to say. It's very, very impressive. You guys have to let me know what you think in the comments down below. I'm speechless. This is very cool for a t-shirt. This works. Let's see this one. Very cool as well. Probably not as cool as the other one, but it's still very cool. This one looks like a very realistic eyeball. Let's go ahead and upscale this here. Very realistic. This is also very realistic. And now let's go ahead, and what we're going to do is we're going to drag the contrast boost down, and we're going to increase the resonance or leave it at the middle. The resonance, and let's hit generate. And that will pretty much cover all the different variations of this contrast boost resonance setting. I could have sworn there was another setting. Is there another setting? High resolution. Oh, no. There's only 2 settings. Contrast, boost, resonance. Interesting. What on earth is that? This is the first one I saw. This is not what I was expecting. This created something totally wacko, but it's cool. This is the coolest. This is what I'm talking about. I really like this. Let me go ahead and upscale this on all 3 upscales as well. It's always valuable. This is really cool. I think this one is a winner. You know, all of these are pretty cool. And guys, I do like to upscale them in all different upscales just so I can compare and contrast what image I like the most. When I look at these guys, I say to myself, what can look good on a poster? What can look good on a t-shirt? What can blow my fans away on my print-on-demand company, on my business, on my clothing company? And stuff like this is going to take my line to the next level, and that's for sure. I'm impressed. I'm totally impressed. And I just have a good prediction. Like with this piece, this design right here, man, this would go good on a t-shirt. This would go really good. Like on the back of a t-shirt or something. And like a quote in the front or something. I don't know. We'll see. But man, we got a lot going on here. We have this image. We have the original. Let me show you guys the original. Okay, this is the original. Then we have the creative upscaled. Then we have the alchemy crisp upscale. Then we have the alchemy smooth upscale. Very interesting, okay? Very interesting. Let's go ahead and see this one. Now, this one looks like a straight-up design. It doesn't look like a real-life eyeball. We have the original. We have the creative upscale. Okay, we have the alchemy crisp. And we have the alchemy smooth. I like the creative upscale here. I like it. I like it a lot. In fact, I like it better than the other ones. It just has more color, more difference. But at the same time, I could take one of these images, slap it in Luminar Neo, and create a whole different image, like with the colors. If you guys want to watch some Luminar Neo videos, I'm telling you, if you're in print on demand, you got to use that tool. I'll leave the link in the description to the videos of me using it. And also those videos will have a link to where the cheapest place you can get the software is. Very powerful, okay? Now that this is taken care of, I want to have some fun with this, and let's play around. Here I have a Starry Night shirt design of Egyptian eye. Instead of Egyptian eye, I'm going to have eye of a dragon. That's what I'm going to write, eye of a dragon. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit generate here, and let's see what comes up. I really don't know. This is very cool. This design gives me the creeps. I'm going to keep it real. Like with the way those eyelashes are, they're golden. Kind of give me the creeps. But the eyeball, guys, looks so realistic. Like, look how realistic that looks. You can even see a reflection. I feel like I'm looking at my room right now as a reflection, as if this eyeball is real. And it's almost like a mirror. That's how cool it looks. Very interesting. In fact, I could see like a roof, ceiling here. I could see windows. I could see a curtain. It's kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy. These are the photos for the dragon eye. This is cool. This is very cool. This is creepy. Okay, I don't know what they were doing here. Maybe like a parrot or like a mouth kind of thing. And this is weird as hell. Very cool. Like, this is super cool. I can't imagine how that will look upscaled. Let me go ahead and upscale that. And let me go ahead and upscale this. And then we're going to, this video, I don't know how long this video is going to last, but I hope you guys enjoyed this video with me. Totally unexpected. This is the craziest feature in all of print on demand, in art in general. I feel bad for artists. I'm just going to keep it real. Because if you're using a software, artists are going to go out of business. Like, if you're an artist and you get paid to draw for companies, if they know about this, you're going out of business. This is insane. Look at this. This is insane. All right, guys. I'm going to cut the video here. If you guys want to join me in future videos where you see me just sit here for like an hour and just create designs, which, by the way, all of the designs will be going on Fantasy Labs. If you want to sit here and like watch me create stuff, shout out to you guys. Let me know in the comments. I'm down to do it. I'm just impressed right now. Speechless. Yeah, I don't know what to say. This is pretty cool. Thank you guys for watching. That's all I can say, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Peace out. Bye.